Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. What am I riding today? This is the Velotric Summit 2. The Summit 2. Yeah, this bike is available for somebody if they want it. Go check russisright.com. It'll tell you the price. Might be something you may want. Yeah. Anyway, decided to take the Summit 2 out. Haven't rode it in a while. Figure I'd take it out and do it. Yeah, we're going too fast. So what do I got this on? Okay, I'm on cadence sensor, it seems. Okay, well, that explains why. Yeah, I'm barely pedaling and I'm going really fast. Yeah, let's put it on a lower pedal assist level. What do we got here? We got off, eco. Oh, wrong button here. There you go. Hitting the turn signal button by accident there. Eco's too slow for me. Let's try trail. Trail. Cadence sensor on trail. What is that giving me? 21 miles an hour? Yeah, okay. I can live with that one. No, if you put it on cadence sensor, then as long as you keep your leg moving, you're going to get that speed, whatever it's set for. And if you have it on torque sensor, then depending on how hard you push down on the pedals will determine how fast you're going to end up going, right? Yeah, we'll leave it on cadence sensor since it's already set for that. Let's take a left here. So let's put the turn signal on. Take a left here. Put my hand out. Just make sure people know I'm going to eventually turn. All right, we will make our turn. I had my turn signals on. Hey. This one beeps on you. It tells you that it's on. There's a car behind me too, so obviously he benefited it. He got to see the little turn signal go on. All right, so let me get a better seating position here. There we go. Where are we going today? Well, I figured we'd ride into Arlington Heights again. I don't know how far we go. I don't have this battery fully charged up yet. It's showing me at about 86%, but that's okay. 86%. Should give me to a certain distance and then be able to turn around and head back. Yeah, anyway, somebody asked me recently, I think it was my second cousin. He asked me, hey, are you going to go to different areas? I go, yeah, we'll go on some different areas eventually. Right now, we've been going into the same neighborhoods. But, it's still early in the season for me. It's not early for some of you guys, but, our weather has been so weird this year. One day we're in the 80s, the other days we're in the 50s and 60s, it kind of varies. So I haven't been out as much as I would have liked to by now. Here we are closing in on the end of May, and we're still trying to figure out, when's the season begin, essentially. For some of you guys have reported to me that you've been getting lots of rain and can't get out there. See, this is the thing, if it's raining and everything, how are you going to do it? Maybe some of you guys actually ride in the rain. I don't do that. I only ride in the rain when I'm caught in the rain. I don't ride in the rain purposely, okay? All right, here, let's make this slow down here. I don't fully stop because then I have to hop off and I don't want to do that. Reports have been that there are some seat posts that are dropper seat posts that are suspension seat posts too, like combination. Have you guys seen any? I have not seen one yet. I'm curious how that would work. The thing with suspension seat posts, you always feel like you're not really 100% in the correct extension for your legs because you're kind of always bouncing down a little bit every now and then. I also saw another thing that said that there was one that might be coming out eventually, I don't know if it's out yet, that will sense when you slow down, senses when you slow down and then starts dropping the seat post. Now that's interesting. They kind of know that you're stopping, and if it knows that you're stopping, it drops it for you, and then when you start up again, it pulls it back up. Now that would be interesting. Automatic? Yeah. I mean, the hassle of a dropper seat post is that you have to push the stupid button all the time, right? If it does it automatically for you, I can see that as a major game changer for dropper seat posts. I wonder if it has a suspension too. If it has a suspension and the dropper seat post automatic, now that would be interesting. Oh, looky here. There's nobody guarding. There's nobody guarding the construction thing here. It's wide open for everybody, huh? Well, they're still constructing. If you look above, you'll see that they're still constructing stuff up there, but there's nobody regulating the down area down here. Last time we came through this area, you know, they had flag women actually, to tell you when you can cross them and you can't cross. So maybe they're done with that down here. Good. Good that we get out of this area. I've been trapped in the area, as you know. We said that on the other ride. Been trapped in the area for weeks. Forced to ride the same area all the time. Well, not anymore. I'm out of here now. Put my hand out, let them know I'm turning. Good day for a bike ride. It's gonna get hot today. It's gonna be like 84 degrees, so you gotta get out there early. Oh, I didn't bring my watch. Well, when I left, it was about 10:15 in the morning, something like that. Yeah, some people were surprised I get out early in the morning to go. Well, the thing is, I don't like the hot, and I don't like the cold. So I look for temperature. When the temperature is the right temperature, that's when I go. Let me know if you do that. Yeah, I ride by temperature. Ride by temperature and no rain. That's how I ride. And no snow. All right. Yeah, I'm not using the turn signal. If there's nobody around, I don't do the turn signal. I'm just too lazy to have to hit it. But I guess you should do it just to get used to doing it. But there's nobody behind me. If there's nobody behind me, I don't bother. I can tell. I got a mirror. Hey, how come this isn't the XWing mirror? No, this is the other mirror that I used to always use, and I still have. This is made by Hafni. It's got more design. Yeah, but you see how short it is. Here, can you guys see it? It's shorter. The XWing thing would hang way out. And I've got plenty of these mirrors around, so I still use them. But the other bikes that I think could benefit from the longer bar, then I want the XWing one. Yeah. This one has a little more design, admittedly. It's a little fancier looking. But it's also more expensive too. And they always seem to, it's held by glue or something. The glue always comes off. I have this one actually taped. I've got the black electrical tape on it. They don't all come off like that, but I've had that happen on 3 of them already. All right, we are heading towards the Arlington Heights area. Where are we at here? We're at 79%. Not bad. We still got battery power. Now in the past, when I first started with the e-bikes, I would charge up the battery. Here's how I charge a battery, because a question came up recently about safety of batteries again. Let me just kind of cover it again here, because it's a new season. Not everybody watches the old videos. Let's talk about it again. I'm gonna turn here. Here's how I charge up a battery, okay? First off, I never leave the battery, all right? I don't go charging it off somewhere that I don't see it. I always charge it in sight, okay? That way, if there's any fire or any potential thing, I can call for fire help at that point. This never happened, but you know, still. When I charge it, I make sure the battery is cold first before I start charging it. In other words, if I've ridden this bike, that battery is gonna be pretty warm, okay? I don't charge it right away. I'll wait a half hour or so or whatever, give it a little time to rest, then I'll charge it. Then while I was charging it, I look at the battery charger. It'll usually turn into a red light. The minute that thing turns to the green light, I turn it off. Yeah, I don't trust the auto shutoffs. I don't suggest that you trust it either. I suggest that you, I think I should have turned there. Oh well. I suggest that you also keep an eye on it, and if it turns green, pull the plug. That's your safest way of doing it. And somebody said that, well, you can put it inside a fireproof bag. Yeah, well, you could. Or some other thing that's fireproof, right? While charging, that would help. I don't do that. I do have a couple fireproof bags, but I don't do it that way. Because the batteries get a little warm when it's charging up too, so I just leave it out. But you could do it. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's turn here. It says bike route. Nobody's behind me, so I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, okay, this is the bike route. All right, so yeah, and then unplug it as soon as the thing turns green. All right, that's probably your safest way to charge a battery. Yeah, have something ready in case something happens. There are things I had the burn buster things that you can use, you know, to put out a fire. But if the fire starts raging, that thing's not going to put it all out. It'll get you started if you're there, okay. But still, there's burn blankets, and Burn Buster has a blanket for that too. But again, I think if a battery starts on fire, you should immediately call the fire department. Whether you're able to put it out or not, you should still call the fire department just in case. The thing with lithium-ion batteries, and people will tell you, if you have one of those fires, it'll keep going. That's the thing. It'll just ignite the next battery and the next battery and next battery, because there's multiple cells inside your battery. It's not just one big battery there, okay? So it could continue to keep going. That's the danger of lithium-ion batteries. And I think he said that his wife was concerned about buying an e-bike simply because of the battery fires. Well, yeah, that is a concern. I'll admit it's not something that you shouldn't be thinking about. You should always be thinking about that. But I also told him too, it's too noisy. In the 5+ years that I've been riding e-bikes, and I've had, I don't know, probably over 90 bikes now. I've never had an issue with it, but that's only because I'm charging it a certain way, right? I'm careful how I charge it. I watch how I charge it. And then I also take those precautions, you know, don't charge it right away, wait until it's cooled down a bit, that type of thing. Yeah. And we were talking about the UL approval. Let's talk about that stuff too. Since we're on the topic, let's do it. Now, I mentioned on one video that one of the companies had batteries that are rated to the UL standard, but UL is not doing the actual approval. So why is that? Well, here's the thing with UL, and I know this firsthand because I used to work for this one company in the past. They manufactured stereo equipment. They had to get UL approval for stuff like that too. UL and ETL and all these other whatever approval things are, right? It's very costly to get a product approved by UL. You have to submit it to them, and I think they usually want at least 2 samples of the thing. So if you're going to do a battery approval, you need to give them at least 2 of them. That's no big deal. But it takes a long time to get the approval. And besides the length of time, it's very costly to do it. So a lot of the companies, of course, have a very short time window. If they have new models coming out all the time, they have a short time window. By the time you get their approval, that model will be ready to go away. So some of them go to outside sources to get their approvals. Okay. First off, it's cheaper and it's faster. So is it as good as UL? Probably, but it isn't UL, okay? Just so that you know that. Because UL will put a certain standard of approval that needs to be done. I'm gonna move over a little bit here and let the guy know I'm coming over. Man, it's a really bumpy road, man. This is really hacked up. So like potholes upon potholes here. So anyway, what were we talking about? Yeah, they have very strict standards, okay? And these independent labs that do the testing will certify that their testing meets that particular standard. So if your product doesn't approve, it's because your product doesn't come up to the same standard that you all put together. Is it actual UL approval? And the answer is no, it's not. It's brought to the UL standard. Now, is that good or bad for you? Well, if you want the actual UL certification, then yeah, then it's not UL. If you're okay with the fact that, okay, it's essentially it is the UL standards that they're testing to, but it's not actually UL, and you're okay with that, then fine. Yeah, so it's something that you have to come up with yourself, whether you feel that's important for you or not. Have any of those batteries blown up on me? No. Not to say that it won't, but I'm just saying no, it hasn't done it to me. And I even have one of the, well, I had actually 3 of the unit pack power batteries. Remember those things? Yeah, those things were recalled and everything. Amazon recalled it. They actually gave people refunds for it and told you to destroy the batteries. I don't know how you destroy the battery. You got to bring it somewhere. I had sold the bike. I had put it on my Rad Rover 5, my very first e-bike. I sold the bike to somebody. I gave him all the money that Amazon gave me for those batteries that he got with my bike. So essentially it's like he bought the bike for $100 if you think about it that way. Well, not really if you think about it. But yeah, actually it would be, because I gave him all the money back essentially, and he kept the bike. So, but to reward me, he bought 2 more bikes from me. Yeah, he opted not to take the battery refund. He says, you keep it as purchase to the other bike. So essentially he bought the other bike using the money I gave him. And then his wife wanted a bike, so he bought another bike. So he has 3 of my bikes. Yeah, he has the original first Rad Rover 5 that I had, and he has the very first Magicycle bike that I was given to me as the first e-bike for review. So he's got both of those. And I think his wife purchased, she bought one of the cargo bikes from me. I don't remember which one did she buy from me, but she bought one of the cargo bikes from me as well. So yeah, good things come back to you, you know. He says, I can't believe this is the guy's the most honest guy I've ever seen. I said, well, honestly, it was Mrs. Wright who told me to give it to him. So she's the most honest person you ever seen. I wanted to keep it. Yeah, well, hey, he got it back. All right, I'm gonna turn around. I think we've gone down far enough. Let's go further a little bit, and I'm just gonna swing back around, head back. So there you go. That's my explanation of batteries, okay? I'm gonna have to pull into somebody's driveway to turn around. Okay, I can do this. I can go up to the street here, take a right, and take another right, and take another right, then turn a left. Just make a turnaround. All right, let's go down here. Never been down here. Let's see how this is. Oh, interesting street. I'm assuming this will cut back out to the other side, but we'll find out. So yeah, do things to safeguard your batteries. Yeah, don't just charge it and leave it. Okay, let's see. All right, here, let's go this way. Lawn cutting guys are out. What's this road actually? There's not even a street sign. How do we know what road this is? Well, I don't think that's the road I need to be on, is it? Can't tell. Yeah, let's turn it. Let's see where it goes. Yeah, there's not even a street sign to tell you what street road you're on. Well, obviously this is not the road because up ahead is road construction. I'm not gonna do that. Forget it, I'm gonna turn around again. Because I was expecting to take another right in order to go where I wanted to go, and I saw this street. All right, it's clear. Let's go ahead and go. We're not doing this street. Forget it. Forget it, forget it, forget it. Let's go this way. Yeah, see, up ahead, Willow Road. I think that's where we need to be. I gotta take a left. Let's get into the left turn lane. Let's use the turn signal. It has little beeping sounds going on. All right. Yeah, let's go this way. So anyway, yeah, that describes the battery issues, all right? And a lot of times I won't charge the battery up fully. If I don't think I'm gonna take the bike out, let's say within the next 4 or 5 days, I'm not gonna charge it up. Unless it's way down there. I mean, if it's down to like 30%, then maybe I'll bring it up to 70% or something like that. But if I did a short ride and I have at least 50% or more battery power, then I'll leave it until the next time I'm ready to take it out, and I'll charge it up the night before. But I have been caught short-handed in battery power before, as you know. At the last minute, I'll make a decision to take a bike with me, and then it's not charged. So what are you gonna do then, right? But that's the games you play. You do you, all right? You find out how you plan to deal with it, and if you're planning on doing longer rides or not, then yeah, you make the decision. How many miles do I have on this thing now? I'm trying to read this thing here. Maximum speed, odometer. Yeah, I've got about 24 miles on this bike right now. The last bike I sold to somebody, I think it had like, what did it have, 26 miles on it or something? She was surprised. I go, well, the thing is, there is a number of e-bikes for review that come in, and I tend to alternate the bikes as much as I can. So when you have a certain quantity of bikes available to you and you rotate them, they're not going to have a lot of mileage on many of the bikes. Some of them will have very few, like this one's only got 20 something miles on it. Others will have 50, some will have 100, and that might be it. So many of the bikes are definitely under 100. Some of them are under 50. Many of them could be even under 30 miles, right? She was surprised. It's like buying a new bike for a lot less money. I says, yeah, it's true. It's true. Summit 2. Velotric Summit 2 we're riding. All right. Yeah, let's go down this road. Let's see what happens. This is not the same way we came, by the way, just so that you know. This crossroad here is called Rand Road. I've ridden on Rand Road before, but it's not a safe road to ride a bike on. We're on Central, I believe. Yeah, we're heading in the same general direction. No big deal. We'll figure it out. Now, people have said to me too, aren't you afraid of being on the street? Well, yeah, everyone's always afraid of being on the street. I don't like it any much more than you do. But I try to find streets that are less traveled, right? I mean, it doesn't mean that there won't be any traffic. There's traffic, like as you see, there's people trying to pass me and all that. But this is why I want to have a bike that can do like 28 miles an hour, so at least I can compete a little bit. I mean, when we were going down, coming this way, there was a guy behind me. He was behind me the whole time. He didn't even pass me. I guess he figured, I'm gonna go. He figured, he's going fast enough, I'll just stay behind him. That's why I want 28. Are we legally allowed to do that? Technically, no. Will anyone stop me? Probably not, but you never can tell. All right? Because we're supposed to be at 20 miles an hour. Yeah. Supposed to be class 2, but as you know, many of my bikes have been unlocked at class 3, and at least in this bike, this will throttle to 28 as well. But yeah, I feel safer when I'm competing with the cars. I think they like it better too, because they're not held up because of me. When you're slow, they really don't like it because they gotta swerve around you and everything. They don't want to do that. See, there's a car behind me now. There's a white car behind me. He hasn't moved past me. I'm doing 25. He's fine with it. This is the argument I have. All right, we'll go past this light too. I've come down here before. It's just that it's been a while since I've done it, so I don't know exactly which roads I need to take. But it's not that we're lost. It's easy for me to get lost. I told you guys, I got a lousy direction, okay? I can get lost in 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, where am I, you know? But up ahead, I see the water tower. That's the Arlington Heights water tower. So I know I'm heading in the correct direction. Sometimes you gotta look for landmarks. That's how I do it. And sometimes in this area, like I said, you're on a street, they don't even tell you what the street is. They'll give you the cross street, but they won't tell you what street you're on. You have to go for a while, and then they'll tell you what street you're on. That's the white car, the guy that was waiting around for me. Yeah, I could have turned there, but I know I can also turn up ahead. No, Summit 2 is a nice bike. It's nice and peppy. It has the ability to go fast if you wanted to. And we're down to 55% on the battery. See, I knew it. You're not going to have a problem. I don't know how far we went. I should check trip meters, but we've been riding for a while. Yeah, I find that I don't have my front fork suspension is not as peppy as I like. Let me stop here. Okay, there we go. It was locked out more. I'm going, why am I hitting these bumps? I'm hitting these bumps and I'm not getting the front suspension that I'm used to. Yeah, it was locked out too much. Sometimes I'll adjust it. Sometimes it's too bouncy and I'll adjust it. I guess I pushed it too far. It was locked out. I'm feeling every single bump. How is that possible? Yeah, now it's better. Yeah, so it's absorbing some of that stuff. All right, here we go. We'll take a right over here. We'll hit the turn signal. Let's hit that bump. Oh, it is. Chicago's got bumps all over the place. Well, even though it's the suburbs of Chicago, we got potholes all the time. It's the winters, basically. It's the winters and the harshness of the conditions that give us so many potholes. All right, I had been pedaling for quite a bit of the ride. Doesn't look like I am because my thumb is on top of it, but I'm not pushing down on it. You can tell when I'm throttling and when I'm not, because when I'm not, you should be able to hear the gears, right? Hear the clicking. If you don't hear the clicking, then chances are I'm pedaling. Right now I'm pedaling. Now I'm not. Can you tell? I don't know. Now this bike is fairly quiet. The sounds that I hear mostly is the clicking of the gears if I'm coasting, and then you got some noise from the tires, because you know if you have street tires, it's the quietest. If you have hybrid tires or any of the mountain bike style tires, you know, with the big knobs on it, you're gonna hear that. This one has the knobs on it, but it's not as deep as some others because it's not a 4-inch fat tire, but there are knobs on here so you can hear it. Yeah, let me go through here since we got some time here. Oh, you know, I didn't clear the original trip distance from the last time. I didn't go 26 miles. But it does say I got about 32 more miles to go if I pedal. The computer on the display screen even gives you estimated miles that you're riding. You know, there's also a health monitor on these bikes from Velotric. You wear the armband thing and it keeps track of your pulse rate. Kind of gives you an idea of whether you're on par with your health concerns of riding, right? All right, time for us to go. I don't have the armband on right now. You know, I have a smartwatch that does a similar type of thing too, but this one has a monitoring thing. I have to move over to the left here. Let's turn on the turn signal so the guy behind me knows that I'm going to turn. See, the thing is, I'm not sticking my arm out right now because I'm using it to steer. So I'm not using that, but we had a stop sign, so it's not like it's bad. He should see the turn signal on there. But the thing is, you should use your arm when you can, but letting go would mean I'd have to steer at a slow speed, steering with one arm. I don't like doing that. Tip over, forget it. Forget it. Gave her the head nod. The head nod. The head nod. Yeah, if you got your hands full, you can't lift up to give a wave. You give them the head nod. Which way am I going here? I gotta turn this way. Not paying attention. Gotta turn here. And we gotta turn here. See, if you do things enough times, you start to remember, right? Then we gotta turn here. Head back to where we came. There we go. Pedal some more. Nice day. There's always some wind blowing against you when you're moving forward, and it's a nice cool breeze right now, so it's nice. Now, if I waited till later to go out, not so nice. 84 degrees. I don't care what it is. It's too hot for me. Even in the summer, I'll get up early in the morning to go riding at that point. I don't like to ride in the hot sun. Some people do. A number of you guys have told me that you prefer to ride in the hot sun. Not me. That's not me. I prefer to be in the low 70s. That is my preference. All right, we'll turn here, but the guy in the front doesn't know that. We'll just slow down. Oh, he's turning as well. Let him turn first. Then we will turn off our turn signal. Hear the jackhammers happening. Okay, well, that was a nice ride, huh? What do you think? All right, make sure you're safe with your batteries, okay? Do as I suggest. Keep an eye on it. Unplug it when it's done. Don't trust the automatic things. I don't trust timers. I don't trust any of that stuff. When the thing says it's done, take it off. That's the way to do it. Don't leave it plugged in overnight and forget about it. That's when you're gonna get the battery issues, battery fire issues, potential battery fire issues. Not saying it'll always blow up, but I'm just saying your potential is greater that way. All right, if you like this video, if it was helpful for you, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. We are moving up, trying to get the subscriber count higher again this year. Yep, it's slowly going up there, so help me out. Hit the subscribe button, tell your friends, tell them to hit the subscribe button and start watching. Talk to you guys next time.